Assalamu alaikum students, hope you will be fine and in good health. As you all know that we have started chapter 2, that is making of Pakistan. And in our previous lecture we discussed Pakistan resolution in detail. Today we will start from page 23, that is Cripps Mission. In our today's lecture we will discuss Cripps Mission, Jinnah-Gandhi Talks, CR Formula and Wavell Plan, that is till page 27. Now, first, we are going to discuss Cripps Mission. As far as the background of Cripps Mission is concerned, the British had to face some military setback during the early years of World War II, as Germany achieved amazing victory and posed difficulties for the British, who stood alone. Sir Stafford Cripps. Who was Sir Stafford Cripps? A member of British cabinet and an old friend of Nehru and Gandhi, who was sent to New Delhi on 23rd March 1942 to hold discussion with Indian leaders. What was his aim? His aim was to explore the possibilities of compromise with the Indian political parties. He tried to unite all the political parties on one platform, but unfortunately, he was not successful. Here, Cripps did not declare any party responsible for the failure of the mission, but he accepted himself the failure. Now, Sir Stafford Cripps, when he came, he gave some proposals regarding the issue of subcontinent, like he said that, first point, the crown. After World War II, the British would not interfere in internal and external affairs of the subcontinent and that it will be under one crown. Second point, major fields to Hindus. Major fields like communication, foreign affairs, and defense will be taken over by Hindus. The third point, framing the constitution. The elected representatives of the Constituent Assembly and from states will frame the future constitution of India. The provinces that will not approve the constitution, they could establish their own independent status. Last but not the least, security of minorities. Feasible steps will be taken for the protection of the minorities. Now, the next main point, the reaction towards Cripps mission and the reaction of political parties. So, the first one, the Quaid's reaction, as you can see, Quaid-e-Azam, in the beginning, he was a little bit satisfied as Muslims could get an independent status where they were in majority if they reject the constitution. But after long discussion with other leaders of Muslim League, Quaid refused the plan. Then we come to the reaction of Gandhi. He straight away refused the proposal because he did not like the authority which was given to the provinces for the rejection of the proposal. So the Cripps mission ended up in failure. Next, we come to the topic Jinnah-Gandhi Talks. Those were held in 1944. Jinnah-Gandhi Talks occupy a special importance with regard to the political problems of the subcontinent. These were held to settle down the Hindu-Muslim differences. A series of meetings covering 24 hours took place between 9th and 27th September at Quaid's residence in Bombay. In addition to these, 21 letters were also exchanged by the two leaders. Among these, the most important letter written by Gandhi had these words. He said, "My heart was asking me to write you a letter. I can meet you when you wish. Don't think me the enemy of Islam or the Muslims. I am not only the friend and servant of you, but of the whole world. Don't disappoint me." Students, you can see this letter on page 24. Now, in response to this letter, what Quaid-e-Azam did, in reply to this letter, a meeting was held in September where Gandhi said clearly that he was not there as a representative of Congress, but he was just there representing himself. He also opposed the two-nation theory as well. Quaid-e-Azam totally disagreed to it. Then, once again, after discussion, Gandhi gave a proposal that if Muslims want a separate homeland, first we both have to work together to get freedom from British. Now, what was Quaid's response against this proposal? In response to this, Quaid-e-Azam said the style of Gandhi is nothing but deceiving, misconception, and tricky. Thus, Jinnah-Gandhi Talks ended up in failure. That was all about Jinnah-Gandhi Talks. Now we come to the topic CR Formula 1944. CR formula was a proposal that was formulated by one of the leaders from Congress to solve the political difference between Muslim League and Congress on independence of British India. At that time, Gandhi launched Quit India movement and the British government imprisoned Gandhi. While Gandhi was in jail, he tried to trap Quaid-e-Azam with one of the leaders from Congress, and his name was Chakravarti Rajgopal Acharya. He belonged to Madras and was known as Rajaji in public. Both these leaders, that is Gandhi and Rajgopal Acharya, they finalized the formula in March 1944, and this formula was sent to Quaid-e-Azam on 8th April 1944. Now students, I will tell you some important points of this formula. This formula consisted of 7 main points. First one, that is the agreement between the political parties. That was a sort of agreement between both the parties and they had to agree to it. Second, a commission would be appointed to demarcate the areas having Muslim majority and a referendum would be conducted in those districts. Third one, Muslim League will cooperate to form interim government for a short time. Number 4, all parties would be free to express their viewpoint before plebiscite. Number 5, important matters like defense, communication, and commerce will be protected. Number 6, transfer of population. People will be transferred according to their own will. And last but not the least, transfer of power. This point will be applicable only when power will be transferred to Government of India. This was about salient features of CR formula. Now we come to our last topic, that is Wavell Plan. Who was Lord Wavell? Lord Wavell was a reputed military commander and had commanded the British armies in Second World War II. When he took his viceroy, the tide of war was turning in favor of allies. He declared that British government wanted to see India as an independent and prosperous country. That was his purpose. Now I will tell you that what were the main points or the salient features of Wavell Plan. Number 1, framing of constitution. Constitution will be prepared by the will of all the political parties. Second, representatives of political parties. Executive Council will be reconstituted and then 6 Hindus and 5 Muslims will be included in the Executive Council. Number 3, Governor General. All members of the Executive Council will belong to subcontinent except Commander-in-Chief, and Governor General will be the President of the Council. Last point, reconstitution of Executive Council. Lastly, the Executive Council will be reconstituted in provinces as well. So that was all about Wavell Plan. Now, today we discussed till page 27. In the end, I would like you all to note down the additional questions in your book, which will further help you in understanding the lecture as well as in your exams. You can note down these questions in your book. First one, what do you know about Cripps Mission? Page 23. Write down the main proposals of Cripps Mission. Page 23. What was the reaction of Muslim League and Congress towards Cripps Mission? Page 23 and 24. What was the text of the letter written by Gandhi? Page 24. What were the proposals made by Gandhi? Page 25. What was the reply of Quaid against the proposals? Page 25. Write few lines on CR formula. Page 25. Write down salient features of CR formula, page 26. What was the result of World War II and how it affected Hindus and Muslims of the subcontinent? I hope you all have understood the lecture. Thank you.